Okay, that would be
Take a
helpful.
peek.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to officially call the meeting to order, and we will start with roll call. Nancy, do you want to start?
Nancy Baird, member.
Janet Bosco, member, vice president, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you forgot your...
Doug always says that.
Uh-huh. Lisa Weeks, president.
Brooke Spears, member.
Tiffany Brault, county board rep.
Nancy Bell, library director.
Yay, welcome. Okay, so let's take a look at the meeting minutes from the May 12th board meeting. We do have one correction, and that
correct
was that Doug Iverson was not here during that time. So with that correction, go ahead and take a look. Let me know if you have any questions. If not, then I need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? The motion is carried.
How's Paula Marevsky working out? Are you a new page? Good. She's been there a month, or not a month?
She's been there just under a month.
She came on in chaos then.
She
Nice.
came on in chaos, so she is not fully trained, but we're working on it.
That's all we can do. We don't have anybody here for public comment, so we can move on to item number 5, the director's report. Nancy, I'll pass it along to you.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end those. I'm gonna do this.
When's the last time we had someone do public comment? How long ago?
That was last summer
But we had the
when we had Orion, who came in for the...
painting guy, and then we
Painting
also
guy.
had Friends of the Library. Somebody
Yeah.
should come all the time. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can start taking it off the agenda. We've had anybody show up in like a year. Or, I mean, it's not that huge of an agenda, we can leave it, it's really easy to be like, nobody's here. Continue
I feel like
on,
as soon as you take it off, then you have
Somebody's gonna show
Yeah.
You know?
And I think you're supposed to put it.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you have to have a
Okay.
line there.
You haven't made
Sounds good.
anybody mad lately, so
I
yeah.
spoke at the ribbon.
So I'll start the actual stat sheet. We don't have any of the programming stats from last month, just because it's been super chaotic for the last 3 weeks. So Linda and Susie have not been able to get me their actual programming stats as of yet. So we've all just been doing physical labor for the past 2-3 weeks. Otherwise, our stats did drop this May, as kind of
To be expected.
Yeah, to be expected with all of the work that's currently going on. We still had over 3,500 patron visits, almost 1,200 active card users. We still had over 600 questions asked. Again, majority of them are about the renovation and what is going on right now. And I mean, 655 questions asked. That is only 30 or so questions less than the month before.
Okay.
We're still getting hit with so many questions. Circulation took a little bit of a dip. I think 1,000 less items were checked out this past month. The majority of those would be physical items, and that was because the Silver Creek room was not really available, and then we had to cut down on the amount of holds that we could do just to continue operations. We have moved into a crazy realm of 35% of all of our circulation was digital this past month, which I've not seen on a stat sheet before.
That's an increase.
Yeah, that's a significant increase. I looked back at when I first started in July of last year, and it was 18% of all of our circulation was digital, and now it's almost double.
Do you think that is more related to the renovation, or do you think that's a trend that we're going to continue to see?
I think it's both. I know that across libraries in general, it's been trending upward into like the low 20%. Once we start eclipsing 20-25%, that is something I haven't seen. But I think we might be hitting 35% because of the renovation. So while like an increase is to be expected, not this much of an increase.
Yeah.
However, we have also been putting more funding and dollars into having more accessibility through our Advantage account. So if people are using the Notify Me button or placing holds on items that we don't have access to immediately, we have been going in and purchasing those items so that people can get them faster. Because sometimes the wait times on Libby and Overdrive are months at a time. And so because of our Advantage account, we can go in and provide immediate access to Ripon patrons.
So one is ebooks and one is listening, or,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. So Libby Overdrive, it's all the same, but it's like, so Overdrive generally has been on like using your computer or iPad, and then Libby is the app. They've slowly been transitioning so that everything is Libby, but I just call it Libby Overdrive.
But they're ebooks, not
They're ebooks and audio.
Oh, so you don't really have that breakdown?
I do. 54% of all of the digital items are audio.
Really?
Really. Like consistently it's over 50% every single time. The
That I
majority
did
is
not
audio.
expect. Interesting.
You can't listen anywhere else.
Yeah.
No cars have CD
Yeah.
players.
Oh,
What
how
else
does
you
it
gonna
put it
listen?
on? Just download onto your phone?
Yep.
Just
Yes, you
Yeah.
can just basically like live stream it on your phone. Yeah.
It's great
Mm-hmm.
for my 45-minute drive.
Yeah, it probably is. I'm just not good at it. I
Yes.
have to go back. Those little,
The playaways?
yeah, that you could go back and
Yeah.
listen real quick. Those
Yeah.
were my favorite friends.
Back on it.
Yeah, you can go back on your phone too.
Oh, you
Um,
can?
you
Okay, so
can.
that's an advantage. You can go back.
You can
Rewind
you can
over.
change the audio playback speed. You
Okay.
can go, you can like decrease it and you can go as high as like 3 times as fast. It sounds like a gerbil, but you can do it if you really want to.
Cool.
Yeah, so there's like a lot of advantages to listening on your phone device. I mean, it takes up no more space than just your phone that you're already bringing with you, and you can download stuff and bring it with you on the airplane and all that jazz.
And then it disappears.
Yeah, and then it automatically
Not
returns
stored.
once it's gone. Like once your time is up, it automatically comes off of your account. Yeah.
Do
So
it.
No, I need a paper book, and I will use those until I can no longer read them, like,
They
'cause
cry
my
them
eye,
from-
yeah, my dead fingers, or I can't see anymore,
I
the
know.
print's too small.
No, I'm with you too. But I still think, I was sitting out in the backyard listening to podcasts, and I
Yeah.
could do that stuff,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
easily.
I will say, so the e-audiobook, so I think it's like 1,020 of these checkouts for the digital items are all e-audio. And then, compared to our physical audiobook checkouts, I think we had like 17 audiobook checkouts when you compare
We're
them.
not gonna maybe buy them anymore, huh?
Right, yeah. They're just like,
You
they're
can't
just,
find as
they're
many
just not
anymore.
accessible
Yeah.
anymore. They're so expensive, and then the number of titles is so decreased where it's
And-
like just the JD Robs. Like it's
Yeah,
like
right.
just
And your car doesn't have a,
yeah.
slot
There's no
anymore.
CD players
Right,
anymore in
that's-
cars, so we're just seeing like this, you know, a massive disuse.
I had to
of-
teach my kids what a CD was the other day. 'Cause, oh my gosh. We checked out some CDs from the library, the Fond du Lac Public Library.
Yeah.
Because my daughter wanted to listen to some music, and I'm like, okay, this is how the CD player works.
in the car, but mine doesn't have one, literally.
Yeah, we have
don't.
one vehicle
Yeah.
that still
Yeah.
has one. So,
No 8-track though.
no 8-track.
Now, that's where the good music is.
Well, so going back to your
Yeah.
the holds,
Yeah.
so is the holds list on digital items, are you able to keep up with that?
Yeah, we're trying to keep up with it. We have an Advantage account. So like if we see that like multiple Ripon patrons have an item on hold, or they hit the notify button, which means no one in our system or in the state has purchased that material, but like 2 or 3 Ripon patrons would like that, we will go through and purchase that specifically so that they can have access to it immediately.
Because I know that's one thing with this content is people will be on the list for years, and they
Yeah.
finally get the notification your book is available, and they forgot, they put it on hold because
Yeah.
there's just so many people that wanted these popular titles.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
really awesome that.
Now, you also can choose to only check out to written people, or not?
For the Advantage account, that one automatically is like that.
Okay,
Yep.
not that you shouldn't share, and you can, but if you had 3
Yeah.
ripping people and you put it out there and no one else has it, and immediately they're
They're
6
gone.
months out, yeah, that's
Yeah.
not fair. maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the Ripon Advantage account, and then we are also part of the Winnifox Advantage account system. And then we're part of the state consortium. So we have each tier level. So we do contribute to each of the 3 tiers. And so we're just trying to give as much access as possible in each of the ways. Computer use was pretty steady, it's just slightly down from previous month. And then meeting room use, it was significantly lower, just because we had to start shutting down the lower level access as we started moving around hundreds and thousands of pounds of shelving and books again. So we just didn't want anybody to be accidentally injured in the way. So even with all of those decreases, still $80,000 of value estimated value services without the programs and things like that. However, Linda and Susie, being the superheroes that they are, they still conducted like class visits and continued working on getting messaging out and doing all of the radio spots they always do every month to promote summer reading. So Linda actually reported like really strong enthusiasm from students regarding the revamped program structure for summer reading. She like anecdotally was telling us how she's never had this many questions and how many children are excited about being able to log their books and use bingo instead of just being like, you know, scanned and then there's no hoorah about it before. And so they're all really, really excited to participate in like a bingo sheet and have a log and have a visual representation of summer reading. Susie also did some middle school class visits. She was distributing the Teen Advisory Board applications again. She actually ran out of applications at 2 classes. So we're really hoping that they come back and they actually participate. That would be fantastic, but even just running out of the applications I think is a win. And then yeah, so due to the extension, renovated, relating, moving, and prep work, we were not able to compile all of our program stats. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks / next month, I will give you a better update about all of those numbers as well. So staff updates, so CERC supervisor Ben Sprague, he's on extended medical leave as of last Thursday. It was planned, it's not anything emergency related, but it was something that he needed to get done. And so he will be out probably 6 to 12 weeks, optimistically. So we have coverage plans and workload adjustments to help continue circulation operations. In his absence, we are already missing him dearly. And we want him to come back as soon as he can.
You still have access to those people at Winnifox that can come in to staff?
Yes, yeah. We still have the substitute librarians, yes.
How often do they come in or help out?
What was that?
How often do we use their help?
Not that frequently right now because we've been fully staffed. We have used the substitute librarians during the heavier renovation prep weeks, so we did have a couple of subs come in the past couple of weeks just to like help man the desk while we can move things around and prepare. But in general, we haven't had to much. Usually one of the staff members has been able to help out.
It's good we have that
pretty
resource.
rare, yeah. So we continue to balance public service and the renovation related duties. Like we were doing all the packing, shifting, prepping spaces for contractors this past month. And then we did complete our half-day in-service training yesterday at the Boys and Girls Club, the first one ever. That was really great to have everybody all in one space, which never happens. This is, the first time. So it was 4 hours of just going over some operational things and training things and looking forward to the future as to what things we should be doing as a staff. So it was really
Stop
great.
lifting books for a while.
Oh my
4
gosh,
hours.
I'm so sore. I'm still sore, I'm still tired. So yeah, May was dominated by prep for last week's closure. I cannot give enough kudos to our wonderful staff and our wonderful volunteers for the enormous amount of work they did. I mean, I think Linda, Susie, and I were probably in far above and beyond our regular 40 hours because we knew we needed to get the project done. But yeah, I mean, it was, Linda's husband Laird was in almost every day last week. Sometime, like I think 3 days in a row, he was here 8 hours a day, building, shelving with Andrew, who's a library assistant. And yeah, they really came through for us to build all of that shelving. I can't imagine if I had to do that all by myself or like just with the assistance of some other people. They were so like mechanically minded. It was so incredibly helpful.
Was Robin helping at this?
Yes. Yes, Robin was a huge help as well. But yeah, so it was coordinating furniture deliveries from 2 different vendors over the course of 2 different weeks, as well as, you know, storage units and trying to figure out which shelving goes where and how it goes back together. But we got it all done, and I have some photos and like a time-lapse video that we can kind of look at shortly. Breck had asked me a question earlier. So the cement pad for the new transformer was successfully completed. The transformer itself has been delivered on site as of yesterday. However, on the afternoon of Friday, June 5th, I got a call from the contractor who, a little bit of a game of telephone, who said that Alliant had called him saying, actually, we just looked at your power lines and they're not in good enough shape for us to install the new transformer. So before they can do the electrical service changeover, they need to redig and change out a power line before they will do a cutover.
And they'll surely come do it on Sunday in the summer then. while
They
we're-
said absolutely not a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Is what
So
they said.
another day has to be closed.
Yep. And I have no idea when it would be. It could be months out at this point. No idea when it would be. So even more beholden to them than before. And I feel like I heard that they also like Alliance subcontracts out for the people who dig the power lines. So it's like a pyramid of who's doing what.
What does this prevent us from doing then? What will this block us from doing?
The transformer cutover, it won't block us from anything, but we do need at some point the electrical panel needs to be switched over for all of the new lighting that is going into the basement, just for how it's wired.
So it'll still open it regularly?
Yeah, so
But
they'll
it-
still.
But it was
you-
supposed to happen on one of our already closed days.
Yeah,
Because they need to be closed because they won't have electricity.
Yesterday, right, it was supposed to?
it was supposed to happen
So
yesterday.
now we need to close another day.
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
When it is gonna happen.
So we're hoping sooner rather than later, but as soon as I know, everybody else will know. Yeah, it was just too quick of a turnaround to be able to be like, okay, we're gonna be open on Monday. So,
Well, do you know how much lead time they'll give you when
I was
they?
gonna say, are they gonna call in the morning
I
and
don't
say
know.
we're coming?
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have no idea. The contractor asked me how much lead time I would need, and I was like, as much as you can give me.
We have to shut the library
Yeah,
down?
like-
I mean, do they get that? They-
Yeah. So, yep. So we're all
I
just.
think we're done waiting. Yeah, okay.
So yes, so that was a
Yeah.
little bit of aggravating news to get on Friday afternoon. But
You've been
Yeah.
busy. Wow.
yeah. So that was all going. What else? In other news, there has been an alternative vendor for the condensing units for the AC. So I believe we're going to be going with Train, which is the same condensing unit company that we currently have. And so we'll probably be getting condensing units either I think by end of July is what they're saying. So just using a different vendor than, I don't remember who the other one, Aircon or something. So all of that HVAC work should be done before the end of the project now. And then, yeah, I just continued the renovation timeline highlights, where all of the stuff was going on. And then, okay, so this is like the new layout of this space. So you would be coming in from the front desk, heading over here. So like we have our new copier set up here. Immediately in front is going to be new materials here. These are the adult computers. Large print newspapers are all up front here with lots of seating going all the way back. More seating here, 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 and here. And then this is all YA with the new teen space. And then there's still the awesome window seating. So if we look at that.
So that's open as of what, today?
Today.
Okay.
Yeah, we were able to get it all done. So this is what the temporary space looked like. And then this is what it currently looks like from the same spot.
Wow.
So here are the adult computers, and then these are all DVDs leading into audiobooks and CDs. So
The
this,
total number of bookshelves for holding physical books, about the same?
it is about the same. Yeah, the layout changed so much from before that it's not like an easy 1-to-1 ratio. Slash, we do still have the ability to add more shelving
Okay.
if we ever
There's
so
room
wish
then.
in the future. Yeah,
Okay.
we did not use all of the wall shelving that was originally intended because we wanted more open space. But if that ever changes in the future, there is still opportunity to do that. So this is what it currently looks like. So like if you take an immediate left outside of the front door, so Ben, before he left, 3D printed more
I was gonna
signs.
say, are you gonna get any more signs, or are you
I
not for
know,
12
who's
weeks,
gonna be
right?
doing this?
You can do
Yeah,
that from home, right?
yeah, just send
To the
it.
printer.
Just be like, it's going, please. So adult and teen, we have our new bottle filler water fountain over here. And then right here, this looks like a fake schematic. Like it looks like one of the mock-ups that they gave us, but I took this picture this afternoon. You can actually see like Susie talking to someone using the computer right here. And then these two white cubes will be full of display material. I believe one of them is gonna be like local authors. Local Wisconsin authors will be in these, and then one will be a completely rotating one every month. But yeah, so that is kind of what it looks like right now. Ah, I went all the way to the end. Go back. Okay. Da. Okay. We have the teen meeting room. Oh my gosh, where are all of my photos? No! Why isn't it working?
So they can project on that wall? That's like a big TV monitor?
That is a whiteboard. It is just
Oh.
black. We thought it would be fun. So we got neon markers, and it's going to be like a fun, cool teen space.
The black whiteboard.
Yeah, a black whiteboard. I don't know how to refer to it because it's not a blackboard.
No, because that takes chalk.
Huh.
And then like you can see the photos here, but
Well, what
they're
were
not
they
popping
of?
up. What is going on?
Is some of the furniture comfortable?
I'm so sad. Why?
You'll find it.
Well,
You walk over there.
in a few days. I will anyway. You
Are they
guys
all
don't
like
all
that?
live here.
Okay, the bathrooms show up, but not the cool stuff? What the heck?
Random.
Yeah, it's there. It looks
I don't know
like
why it's
there.
not. Maybe if I refresh it, maybe it'll request access. I don't need to request access. What is happening?
I put it on here. I shouldn't have done.
What is happening?
I grant you permission to open.
It's also like not under that one. It's under me. Why is it not?
There we go.
Maybe I just want it to be reopened. Let's see. Ha! Okay,
Ah,
great.
there we go.
Hooray! Okay,
Ooh,
so
nice.
that's the new teen
That was
space.
very
So
cool.
cute.
So we have these very fun patterned swivel chairs. So they do like rock and roll a little bit. And then we have like the fun baffles up above. That's like sound acoustics to like help absorb sound. We have that in both of the main seating areas. All of the teen materials, so like teen fiction and nonfiction, are all on these shelving units, which are cantilever shelving, which are actually on wheels. So when Susie has programs, she can actually push these further out and create a bigger space. So when she has her after hours teen event coming up at the end of the month, she can do so.
What's
which
the
is
weight
really
of one of
fun.
those things she'd be pushing?
It's really not that bad. Like you just kind of give it like a good, you just lean and push.
Because you all
and
have
it works.
muscles now.
We're
You're in
all
shape.
significantly fitter. They do also lock, the wheels lock, so you can't just be moving them all the time. But yeah, so we're really, really pleased with how this looks.
Good.
We already had some people show up today and use the chairs, and we're so excited about them. It's very cute.
What do you call the design chairs? What you call them?
They're called swivel chairs.
Swivel? When you get in, can you get out of them, or is it?
I can. I've been asking other people if they want to try and sit.
I don't know if the same applies to you and I, Rick. We might need a little help again now.
Me too.
We'll help
You
each
should go
other.
try. And then there's like an additional, more traditional table as well there.
Are those the old ones?
Yeah, yeah. It's a
Well, good for you
it's a
because
really
somebody
fun-
will like that you reuse
Yep.
some of those.
It's a really fun mishmash of new stuff and old stuff and
Right.
like bridges.
Eclectic, I think we
So
call it.
like all the shelving in the back you can see is all of our original
Does it
shelving.
mix in and meld in okay?
Oh, it's
The house?
okay.
Yeah,
Kind of
Looks okay.
classic design, I mean.
yeah. It's like a fun hybrid of a space. So we have a new community resource pamphlet wall. So slap boards and
Already
we
filled
put all
up?
of our, yeah, it's already full. So we'll have to take some stuff down and rearrange it at some point.
So
But yeah,
where do
some
you-
stuff is already on there.
I'm asking this as a personal question, but where do you get materials to put in there? Can anyone just come and say, hey, would like to put this
Yeah,
on
so it
there?
depends what it is. We do have a display and bulletin board policy specifically. So any of the things that are posted on the bulletin board or on the slat wall need to be like free community resource or free events or fundraising events that's like clearly labeled that that is what it is. So anyone in the community could say like, hey, I'm doing this fundraiser for XYZ, here's my flyer, and if it is appropriate, we will put it on the wall.
They should check with you.
Yes, they
Not
have to check
just-
with us
yeah.
first. If it's on there and we haven't stamped it on the back, we're gonna take it down. Is the thing. It
And
has to be
where is
approved.
that located?
That is right across from the bathrooms. So
Good
that
words.
is in, let's see if I can still do it. So that is right here on this wall. This right here, right behind new. So when you walk in, you can see it off to the left. So it's more immediately when you walk in.
Okay.
Ah, that's the different thing. Shoot. Okay. I have too many windows open. And then really exciting bathrooms. So we have
They
an,
are an improvement.
we have an ADA bathroom up here. So that is the ADA accessible bathroom now with fully functioning everything.
You have cameras in there, right?
Yeah, in the bathroom. Not in the bathroom.
Live streaming to the director's office.
So no stalls.
No stalls. They're single-use bathrooms. Yeah, and they're much nicer. That makes it bigger. We can actually have like the changing table in both of the single bathrooms. Yeah, so
How
they're
many
much,
total?
they're much better.
How many total bathrooms in the library?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So on the main floor, there'll be,
On the main floor, there's 3. So there's
Three.
one now, a brand new bathroom was made for the children's department as a family bathroom, which is
they're
also
all
a single
single
stall.
use on it?
And then these two were existing, but they've been revamped and
And
redone.
they're either ors.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
unisex because they're just single stall, so it doesn't matter.
What are
Yeah.
they gonna say on the outside?
I think they just, yeah, it just says like, so the ADA one just says family restroom, and then the other one just says unisex bathroom.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I've seen that.
Yep.
I think Ripon Wilmore Center has something like that.
And then here's that photo from before with the computers, DVDs, and then from the other angle, here's that wall that has all of the new.
The computers are new or not?
The computers, the actual computers are new, the tables they're on are old
I
and
remember the
original.
tables.
Yeah, the only thing new about them is we drilled grommets into them to make them cord savvy. And then all, like this whole wall of, this whole wall is actually new. This wall did not used to exist. Yeah. So, yep, so new wall, and then we have our Keep Sharp kits are
Where are
on
the
here as well.
magazines?
Magazines are on the other wall.
Okay.
They come up in a different photo. So many seating options. So we still have the black chairs here with new laptop tables that people can plug in and use however they want. And then each of these tables, which are the old tables still, also have, all 4 of these are on top of a floor outlet that we had approved to put in. And then they all have power grommets, so people don't have to go crawling underneath the tables to plug in their stuff. And then we still have the cafe tables up against the windows for that beautiful view. And then, yeah, you can see right here in this corner,
Really?
there's magazines, and it goes
Okay,
all along
So you
the
go
wall.
past YA.
Yeah, so this
Okay.
is like how does this look? So this corner right here is newspapers, which is just beyond where the adult computers are. So this is facing the street.
yeah.
So like here's the cafe table. Here are like these chairs back here. There's 2 sets of them, and then there's another table. There's 2 tables back here that people can sit at, and then this is newspapers, and then there's 2 bays of magazines all the way back.
When did you put that stuff out front? I thought I walked by there all the time. Just a few days ago.
We just did it on Friday.
What?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was looking at the umbrella.
Yeah, you
Cool.
can
You
see
can
them.
right.
See them up
Have you had
right now.
people use it yet? It's been
No,
pretty
it's
humid.
it's so gross out.
Yeah.
People are like, I want to go. People have been walking up to the window and they're like, but it's so bad.
Yeah. The humidity
So the
will kill it.
spirit is there.
Right.
Is that
Until
just for
October.
sitting out there? and
Yes.
reading?
Oh,
It's
that's
just for
gonna be
sitting out and
perfect
using,
time.
being outside in the space, just kind of
Nice.
bringing in that light. So like this entire wall right here is all windows, and that's not how it used to look.
Is there no access from out here?
No, you have to go through the front and all the way around. I mean, I
For
guess
safety,
technically
yeah.
you could just jump the wall, but
It would
would
be
tell you to
difficult
not.
to climb over to. I mean, I looked at it and there's crazy people that will,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's not really easy to
5
climb.
foot
It's not.
11,
It's like
teenagers old.
up to my
Yeah.
ribs, kind of a height
Yeah.
over there.
So I don't know if this is a question
Mm-hmm.
that is relevant, but do we have a smoking policy? Because at the Fond du Lac Public Library, they tried an outdoor seating area, and we had issues where a lot of people would just sit out there smoking, and so it became a very unpleasant place to be. So since that's kind of like confined a part of the library, do we have a
Yeah,
policy about it?
can we
Good
say,
question.
yeah,
Say,
can we
like-
set
We
that?
can. There's two things. So it is in our public behavior policy. It already exists as a no smoking rule. There's also in the city of Ripon a city ordinance about not smoking on city property.
Okay, cool.
So both of those things are already in place.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll have that issue,
Yeah.
but it's something that came up in.
But they
Yeah.
can so easily walk out the front, and there's trees over there, just go
Yeah.
somewhere else. Well, they have,
Yeah,
technically, then they'd have to get to the sidewalk,
they
basically.
have to go like all the way across the street
Yeah.
onto like a partition. or
Not a
something. Yeah.
city property across
Yeah.
the street either, okay, so.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a no smoking block, kind of. But yeah, I know they have that issue as well as like at Oshkosh, where it's like a constant battle. To be like, you have to go further away from the
Right.
building. But luckily, we haven't had that much
Cool.
any issues since I've been here at Ripon with that.
What library in Fond du Lac was it where they had the issue?
So
Or what
it's-
facility was
It's
it?
the main downtown branch of the library, so, because Sheboygan Street, like, the library is basically like right, juts up to the sidewalk. So like, that, you know, the main entrance is now on the back side of the library where they've got the parking lot, but because I live on Sheboygan Street, I would always walk with my kids and come in this main entrance, and they would have people hanging out, because we tried picnic tables there to try to have a nice seating area, and it just became a very unpleasant
You have an
odor that you
office?
have to walk through. What?
What do you, like, I have meetings there on Thursday nights once a month. How often are you there? Is that your station? Is that
As far
your-
as an office?
You hang out there?
Well, I mean, I hang out at the library a lot.
Oh, she's a mom.
Space there, but
But that's not a county position, location for it.
no, because the city-county building, is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
That's downtown Fond du Lac too, but.
Is that where
and
you
like,
are?
we don't have offices or anything, we
Oh,
just
okay.
have all our meetings there.
Oh,
So I'm there a
okay.
lot. But, yeah, so the library is a couple blocks from the,
I always get confused what side to go in when
Yeah.
I go to the Fond du Lac Library.
I mean,
usually
either
park on-
side.
Huh?
Either side is an entrance.
Yeah.
It's just like the main entrance is now in the back of the parking lot and everything.
Didn't Oshkosh do that too, right? There's lions in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
Oh,
can't,
essentially.
you can't go in
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
you can?
original entrance, and then they needed a parking
Sad,
lot.
but yeah, I mean,
And then this is all the staff furniture that was delivered. So this is in the staff workroom. Obviously, it's still kind of
what?
yeah.
I would
Yeah.
have killed for a room like that.
Oh
huh?
Oh my gosh,
gosh.
staff is so excited
Oh, I
to
bet
move
they
into this
are.
room. They're so excited. It was one of the things where we, you know, initially when I was like, no, we're getting staff furniture, we're gonna go through all the plans, the board approved it, it's happening, and people were just like, yeah, okay, whatever, like, it's great.
They didn't
and then,
believe it.
They didn't
And then now
believe
it got delivered, and they're like, it's so nice in here. It looks like a professional workspace. It's
Is that all the
crazy.
same room, different angles? Or?
Mhm, yeah, it's just different angles. So like this table over here is in this other corner.
How about the kitchen? Do you have a picture?
I don't. It's not done yet.
Okay.
And they're supposed to be doing cabinets today.
Ooh.
So some of it is already
I'm
starting.
excited too.
I
I'm gonna
know,
work there.
I know.
Yeah. And so it's so nice. So Ben's desk, all of the desks in here are all height adjustable as
Ooh,
well.
that's nice.
So everybody of all sizes and abilities will be able to
Is
use their
there,
workspaces.
are they standing too? We went through that phase. You can stand with your desk.
You
and
can
bring it
stand
up.
with them, yep.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, Linda's gonna love that because she used to have like a walking pad as
Yeah.
well. So she can bring that back. And then like for Susie, because she's so tall, she's like, I've never had a desk like the appropriate height for me. This is crazy. So everyone is super, super excited
Good.
to have a working furniture layout and everything. So it's gonna be great once everybody can move in.
That's new carpet?
No.
Looks
The
like-
carpeting is the same. The lighting is
Really?
new.
Huh.
The lighting is new, and then all the furniture is new.
The walls are
Yeah.
newly painted or something?
Yeah, weren't they colored? Oh, okay.
No, it's so the walls are like an off. whitish, but then like all of this tarp that, because we still have stuff there, it's covering the mustard color.
Mustard, thank you.
Yeah, the mustard colored cabinets and stuff,
that's
those are
awesome.
still there. Those are a little bit too much to try and get rid of. And also they like having that as a workspace and still function, so it's fine.
Carpet looks pretty good though,
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah, the carpet's not that old actually. Like I think the entire basement got redone 10 years ago. Compared to the rest of our building, it's
And
not
the
that old.
public doesn't go through.
Yeah,
there,
it's
so-
just a staff work area, so it's not that bad. And then, so if you remember seeing the photos of all of the storage we had in both of these rooms, and Silver Creek over here on the right was full of shelving to be able to still circulate. So both of those rooms have been completely emptied, and they are ready for phase 3 work.
And can summer library, they're not because, can the summer library program be in there or are they not done enough? They're gonna have
Not
some
yet.
work.
So like
Okay.
you can see like the ceiling tiles over here in Nash are being removed because they're about to get ready to do the lighting in there. And I believe the electricians are gonna work with us to fix the orientation of the lights. Because right now you can see like, so this is one light switch flipped up and it's this bay of lights. However, the projector shoots on this wall. So you have to like turn off all of the lights, or like you can only turn off or on all of the lights at once because it's lined up like this way instead of the other way where you could turn off the lights closest to the projector and still have lights on. So I believe they're going to like rewire it to be better for us. So they're just doing us a solid, which is great. And then yeah, they haven't moved into Silver Creek yet. So they're starting with Nash, and then we're gonna hide more of our stuff over in Nash once it's complete, and then empty out the other rooms. But Nash and Silver Creek are already happening.
Good.
And then bathroom demo has already begun as well. Actually, I took these photos 2 hours ago, and Susie came up and showed me more photos. All of like, everything is gone. It's just
Already?
tile in there now.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
did they change that floor? I always liked that floor.
So it's just tile in there right
Yeah.
now. I feel like they're probably switching it out also to match upstairs. I don't mind this tile, but
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, so both of these are like completely gutted already. And so these are the 2 bathrooms closer to Silver Creek. And then the other bathrooms are also completely gutted now. And then these were the bathrooms that are right below the first floor bathrooms, closer to the romper room. So this is kind of what the bathrooms looked like upstairs before compared to now.
Wow.
So that is all the stuff that is going on in the renovation right now.
Thank you.
I know, I feel like it's 92 run-on sentences.
So what's the next, well, when's the final finishing point? do you think?
Final finishing point has to be September 30th.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. For the public, it kind of seems like the library's back to normal because all of our circulating material is back up on the first floor. There's not going to be any hindrances to checking out except for the 1 day of spontaneous closure per the electrical company. But other than that, like everyone can just come back and use the space and enjoy. It's been really, really fun to watch people walking around in the new space. Yeah, it's been an absolute blast today, just walking around, like people are taking pictures all over the
September
space and like
21,
sitting down on all the new
30.
furniture. It's been really, really fun.
30?
Did you say September 30th?
What was that?
The final,
September 30th has to
30th,
be
okay.
the last day of any kind of construction or project related
Per
work,
the grant.
per the grant.
Oh,
is that related to that pad or what is it, converter? What is it?
Yeah, the transformer.
Transformer, thank you.
Yes.
So if that isn't done,
I think you would get an exception since there was absolutely nothing you could do. I mean,
Yeah, I do not know what that would be.
okay, so we probably should keep an eye on it as it gets closer and,
threaten them with that.
Yes.
They should work
Alliant
out.
though, they got no skin in the game. They're not a contractor.
Yeah.
They're the only game in town. They're a monopoly, so yeah, it's really hard to.
and maybe if they start fixing the line before then, that'll be, grandfathered in.
Right, maybe.
Because that's how things work.
I don't know, I don't.
Well, that was
Anything to do with the electrical panel, I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can you explain it to me? What it means? So, yeah, so we'll keep an eye on it and I'll provide updates as we continue on. That is all of that stuff
All
going on.
right. Any other comments from the director's report, anything you want to discuss before we move on to financials?
Thank you for showing us all that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Super
My
exciting.
absolute
We'll have to talk about
pleasure.
another bonus gift, whatever, appreciation for the
You were gonna have to do
staff, won't we?
something for
Yes,
sure,
we will.
yes, they have knocked it out of the park.
Yes.
We're
And
flexing all of our time. I'm going on vacation next week. I should include that
Can
in
you
my
all take
director
off
report.
that day that they shut down for electricity and get a free day off? I don't know.
Yeah. I forgot, lost my question.
Okay. It
It's
comes up
gone,
later.
it'll come back.
Yes,
It'll come back.
Yep.
I mean, bills, there's nothing of note really going on
Okay.
in
Yeah, this-
any of the check stubs or like library funding. We're just chugging along. I mean, even purchasing crazy things, we didn't even have the opportunity this past month because we've been so
Right.
busy. So everything is just business as usual, really.
That's not a bad thing, to be honest.
No, not at all. And then I did just refind and share again the Winnifox fund balance. It hasn't changed at all since January 12th, so sometimes I just refer to it generally, but at least once a year we should probably actually have a printout showing it. So there's still $4,500 in the Winnifox fund account, which we have used in the past for like surge protectors or new computers and things like that.
Can we go back to, did we do this one yet? So the
Yeah.
Friends is now running it through and that's all working
Yes.
the way the city likes and
Yes.
you like and the Friends like?
Definitely the city likes. For the friends and for me, it's just a little bit more work. But beyond that, like it's working and it's
Okay.
fine.
'Cause that was 1,500, is that like a month or do they do that once in a while or?
So the end of that 1,500 was they run a different fiscal year than the city. So the friends run from April to April and the city runs from January to December. And so they cut a check for the programs that were between January and April. And then they're doing a separate check for April through December, just to keep in line with the
Okay.
city's fiscal year.
Okay.
Yep, that's what that is.
Right. Any other questions or concerns about the financials? Okay, then we'll move on to item number 7, discussion of public-facing library policies.
Okay, so as I was preparing for staff training day, and I was recently creating like a bunch of different staff training documents, so I was looking more in depth at some of our policies to get ready to train other people on the policies, and I noticed that several of our policies are either really difficult to locate even on the staff side, / they're not posted publicly at all. So we currently don't have anywhere where it's like physically posted in the library, and it hasn't been posted for a really long time. And then on our website, I pulled it up, these are the only policies that are listed publicly. And some of these documents have been uploaded as PDFs that have been chopped from the original policy, and at some point it got combined or merged with other stuff, and so they're not even like the original policies that were actually passed by the board. For example, like the circulation policy has been chopped into this brochure-esque document. That's kind of like a trifold pamphlet. It kind of combines policy with brochure with procedure all in one document. That makes it more understandable in general for patrons, but it's not the verbatim policy as originally intended.
That what they get when they get a card?
Yeah, this is what we hand out usually. However, so this is kind of what it looks like right now, but this was chopped down to be like one piece of paper, when originally it was this thing, where it was like 4 pages, and then it had the internet and computer use policy on there as well. And so it was like multiple policies all on one document. And then I noticed semi-recently when Ben and I were talking about the internet policy, because I had to go hunt this down, because this is from 2015, this document. However,
Things changed.
this is the document that is currently on our website, and it does not have the internet policy, and like a bunch of stuff got combined to remake the brochure, but it is labeled as circulation policy when it does not include like everything anymore, because it just got cut down to condense it enough to be on one page. I mean, what I would propose is like we just kind of rewrite. We need to redo this page anyway. All of the policies need to be broken out of PDF format for ADA standards for websites anyway. So I would propose that we separate especially policy from procedure from our handouts. Like those should all be 3 separate things. Many of our policies, specifically the circulation policy, the disclosure of library records, are 2 policies that really broach the policy procedure all being in one document. So like here in the disclosure of library records, here let me zoom
And that's
out.
bad, you're saying?
It's not my preference.
It's just
Yeah.
not a
Okay.
best practice.
Oh,
It's-
yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, so like the beginning of this document is actually library policy. And then I would say like the parental access to records of minors actually should be another secondary policy. These 2 should be separated individual policies. And then once you get to the second page, requests by legal authorities, this isn't really policy related. Like all of the last 2 pages of this are how we should handle a request.
Staff instructions.
Staff instructions, which
Right.
is procedural. And so my preference would be to fully separate that from this document, especially because so this was done in, 2004 is the last time that we had eyes on this document.
I swear we've done stuff. It could be missing.
It could also just
Yeah.
be missing, but this
Yeah.
is the public one. So the
Yeah.
thing that I've currently been telling staff is like, okay, even if we have an updated policy in our internal records, that's not the one we've told the public about.
Right.
This is the one we've told the public about. So this is the one we're more beholden to and liable for, is the stuff that is advertised. So we can't have all of these different documents that aren't up to date. We need to make sure they're all the same so that everybody has the same rules we're playing by.
So if it was voted on, I mean, we maybe could find it in a minute, so we
Yeah.
voted on it, but it might not be attached. It may or may
Yes.
not be attached, but
Yeah.
then that, if that happened, it didn't get
It didn't
followed
get
through.
updated or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just an interesting one. And then, so this was, in 2004, these were all the rules for this. I believe it's still the same. However, if any of this procedural thing changed, where, oh, actually the law changed, so now you need to change your procedure. Every single time I changed the procedure, I'd have to bring it back before the board instead of just immediately pivoting to follow the new standards. Yeah, whereas in the policy you can say, follow the standards that will exist, and then we just look at it and be like, oh, the standard's still great. We can continue to that. So there are ways to kind of make this simpler on everyone instead of having to have a 4-page legal document, basically.
When would you have time to even begin to start on this?
Just copy other libraries. I was gonna say.
Honestly,
we just
Take
Yeah.
somebody else's?
We just finished.
And then
Nina's
bring it-
one.
Don't reinvent the wheel if you don't have
Yeah.
to.
I mean, a large part of revising this document would just be cutting
Stuff
the
up.
the procedure out.
If you agree it's still current. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's like, we could probably keep the first half of this, or like, and then make this into a separate document. So we start a new policy, we keep the meat of the first page for disclosure, and then we separate out the parental access to records of minors, and then we just cut out the procedural stuff.
Well, and isn't parental access to minors something that's updated and we wouldn't need to, because that's a law, right?
Yeah,
It's all
that's,
statute.
most of it is a state
That's how it's-
statute. There's part of it here, and then, yeah, some of this again is procedural of like, this is how staff will handle these requests. you need to fill out this form, is what this is. But yeah, so it would just be going through this document. But I'm just pointing this out as like a more discussion topic. No action needs to be taken. I haven't actually had the time to go through and rewrite these documents or edit them, but just calling it to people's attention so that we know in the coming months these things will be
Yeah, I
coming out.
think the question would be, do you need board assistance with this, or would you and your staff handle it and then bring it back to us? I don't know.
Approval.
I mean, I feel like if you bring it back to us, we're gonna go, then we're gonna start picking it apart at me, or whatever, I don't know. Do people wanna see it ahead or have input, or I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, I suppose we could go on the website and just read through the policies that are posted and see
Yeah.
if we have any concerns about any specific one, and then have those specifically brought if we need to dissect, but
Yeah,
otherwise,
from our input, right, and then you guys could just go ahead and do what you need to
Yeah.
do as far as organizational changes to it.
Nancy, do you have any materials that would be useful for us
Ours
to?
is out now on our new website, so feel free to
Just copy and paste.
copy and paste.
Will you be posting any of these, like, actually in the library?
Yes, that is my intent, is to
Okay.
put them up. And I mean, first of all, just to get them on the website, because that's gonna be the most easily to update. But then, yeah, at some point, we need to post them somewhere in the
Well,
library,
especially
somewhere
for
very
appropriate,
accessible.
for people to actually
Mhm.
see what
Yeah.
they're supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
then yeah, you would want it posted too.
Yeah. Yeah, if we can get it posted, or like, because we have quite a few policies, having a binder of all of the policies and just making sure that people know that it's actually accessible. And then generally, I would say putting the behavior policy in both wings and downstairs, so as the meeting room policies in the meeting rooms, those kinds of things, so that people are more aware of how to use the space. Some of the other policies like just don't generally apply most of the time, but as long as they're actually accessible to people in a multitude of ways, that is good enough. That, like, we don't have to have an entire wall that's dedicated to all the, like, the 4-page policy doesn't need to be everywhere.
Do people still use a fax machine?
Yep. All the time.
Is there a
Heard
policy?
of email?
medical documents are often.
Medical
being
documents,
looked
legal
at.
documents.
We have
Yeah,
fax.
I was thinking of tax or government
Yes,
stuff.
tax.
Social Security.
It's always the
I don't know.
government.
Unemployment office.
Yeah.
It's true.
Sometimes
What does it
people are
say?
asked to, like, even
2014.
unemployment, or, you
Yeah.
know. to-
So like, so that one's not
Some
on here
government.
either. Yeah. So all the ones in red that I listed are not publicly accessible at all right now. Even like something like the peanut-free policy that we have has not
That
been
would be-
publicly
Yeah,
accessible.
that's probably something that should be disclosed.
Yeah, we just had signs saying it, and then like we didn't have the policy around it. So all of that, and then yeah, like I said, the internet and computer use policy is completely missing.
No idea we had a piano policy.
Yeah, the piano policy is there.
Is there a
but
piano?
Downstairs?
Oh, yeah.
It's currently here in City Hall downstairs.
Oh, okay.
But it does normally live in the
And then
Soresco
tell the
room
Children
at
policy.
the
Yeah,
library.
look at that one. That's only 10 years
And
old.
that they'll be given a puppy or something like that, is that what the policy says?
And then I did also want to just bring up, so on the actual internet policy, is it this one? Let's see, does it say this? So, and maybe Nancy can speak to this as well. So our internet use policy, so there's no public facing version of it at all. The only time that patrons actually see the internet use policy is when they sign up for a library card. It is on the back side of our library card application, so it's like, here's all the stuff you have to fill out, and then you fill out the stuff, and
And
then
everybody
this
reads
is
that.
the actual agreement that they're
And you don't
signing.
take that home with you.
No,
right? Yeah, thank
they give
you.
it back to us, and then we
Yeah.
put it in a folder, and then
Uh-huh.
now we shred it after we've entered it, so then it's gone. So,
Yeah, that's.
yeah, I believe the rest of the libraries in the system, / most libraries, have it so they do a click-through agreement every time you log onto the computer. So it pops up and you have to agree to it every single time. It takes
That's
5 seconds
annoying.
to do. It is a little annoying. However, we currently can't do that because we have a special login profile for children's cards. Because we require parents and legal guardians to specifically agree that children under 18 years of age can use the internet and computers. So in order to change that aspect of the internet policy, we would have to change how children are allowed to use the computers and internet as well. We've talked to Pete about it.
Do
He's
you have
like,
Pharaohs?
we have Pharaohs, but because it's like a specific RPL extended filtered user, there's no way around it because we require the printed
Do they,
sign-up sheet.
so they have, the parents have to click that every time the child logs on? No. Only once? Or-
I don't actually know how it works for children's computers. Do you know, Nancy?
Ours, I know ours are really locked down, but they can just sign up. They keep a paper thing of the kid's name, but
Yeah, I
they
believe
don't
it's
need their
just.
card and PIN like adults do.
Oh, for your computer
For
use?
the kid, the ones in the kids area.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's something I can at least look further into if people are interested in knowing that. Otherwise, I mean, we can leave it in and then just make sure that the internet use policy is public facing. It does just make like the guest user accounts more difficult. Every time somebody comes in to try and use the computer, we have to go through a whole process where they have to sign up and use everything.
Hideous, yeah.
Yeah,
You're still
so-
doing that, okay.
Yeah, we have to, because we have the paper thing. So it's like every single person that wants to use the guest card, we have to verify their ID and then have them sign the agreement instead of being able to just verify ID, say, go use that computer, and then they just click through the agreement. And then we have to keep that on file for a while. So it's a whole
Because
can
they
of
don't bring
worms.
their own card in, is that why they?
No,
Some
they're
people,
guests.
yeah, they're
not.
guests. Some people just don't have cards or they're visiting
Okay.
or whatever have you.
So
Walk in.
this form is part of the policy, so we could vote to not.
So I don't even know if the form is actually, the actual form is part of the policy. It's just this chunk is,
Take it off.
yeah, so we could take it off procedurally. It's just the ability of the, gosh, what am I trying to say? It's the children under 18 years of age must have on file internet use agreement form signed by a parent is the portion of this that kind of makes all of it a circular issue.
But, I mean, that makes sense though, that you would want to unfile that the parents agreed to sign to let their child use that, right? I mean, you would want that.
Why don't you do a poll? Because I don't think we do that. The other libraries.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else has this. I think there is just the ability of the parent to say they can access the computer or they can't access the
Right.
computer when they sign up for the card.
Right.
And then they don't sign a thing about it. And then when the child has permission to use the computer, and then when they click through the agreements, basically.
Well, and didn't it used to be, and maybe you don't do any, the only difference really between a children and adult card was there were certain things they couldn't check out, like adult movies, wasn't it? Our movies.
That's still
or
how it is, yeah. Mhm.
But so you don't have separate computers for kids?
We do have separate computers.
Okay. I think this is a,
Yeah, why don't they just lock them down a little more, those computers, from
We
certain
could.
things?
We
Right,
could do
yeah,
so,
we
but at
could
this
change
point, there's no point to do that because of
You don't have a
this.
policy saying we,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
because of this, so like we haven't had to.
Right,
so we could change this.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's a,
So again, if
You
you
think we
want
should?
more
Previous
input on some of this
Yeah.
stuff.
What?
isn't that a
ask us,
previous
right?
directive
Yeah.
thing?
That's previous directive.
Or
And I
do-
can,
Yeah, I mean, something that could also, so I'm gonna bring this up at the end of the meeting, because it's almost subcommittee time of the year.
Yeah.
So another subcommittee that could be created is like a policy specific
Right.
subcommittee.
Oh,
That's a
I'll
good
just
idea,
jump on
actually.
there. Sorry.
Yeah, Janet, right on the
I deal with policies
Oh,
every
does
day
she?
in my job, so
She's
sign
good
me
at
up.
it.
I
She's
love
good at it.
policies.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
All right.
All our
Nancy
policies
and I are
match
the
Nina's.
nerds of the group. The cool kids
just gonna
can't be on
steal
our,
from
Yeah, I mean, and you
Something like
know
that.
current stuff too, which is half the battle, right?
You are
We don't
the
be
cool
going,
kids.
huh, explain
It's
that to
true.
me? What are you talking about?
But yeah, so I will get more
This is
information
smart.
about some of those things and then subcommittee stuff.
Yeah, I mean, our danger is that something happens in the meantime.
Yes.
And then we don't have anything, we didn't post it, they didn't know it, and and our policies are not current and don't say go out to the current stuff, and we don't have any leg to stand on. That's a
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
danger, but not likely to happen. It hasn't happened so
Yeah,
far.
no,
right.
not super likely to happen. It's just one of those things that it's like, okay, best practices, like, we're gonna keep moving towards
Yes.
this, just something to be
But the
aware of.
subcommittee might move us in the right direction.
Yeah, I think it doesn't hurt to have us
How's-
looking at it and.
Yeah.
What time frame do you think you'd wanna be
Well,
meeting?
again, depending when your staff is ready to, I mean, they have to talk about it too with you because
I mean, I will say the internet policy is one that Ben has wanted to do for a decade.
So-
I think
Start
sooner,
there.
yeah, I think we need to get that one done sooner
Yeah.
rather than later, simply because things are,
well, yeah.
and we should have that posted somewhere.
That and the challenge to materials needs to be.
Yes.
Yeah, constant.
And I know we
Updated.
went through that not too long
Yeah,
ago.
yes,
I know
we
we
did. We
did.
talked about it.
Somebody complaining about
If,
something we
if they
In
complain
case.
about materials
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are on the shelf or where they are on the shelf or their access to it or whatever, those are the ones you need up to
Yeah,
date, right?
those are
Has that
definitely the
happened in
ones
the
we
last 4
need.
years?
We don't
Challenge to
have,
the material.
I think we need a similar one for programming. We don't currently have one for programming. That's kind of an outlier. Like if somebody was going to, I don't know, protest that we were having Mick Moran here doing antiquing stuff and somebody disliked that greatly, we don't really have a procedure for them to do that right now. So other
To
libraries have
complain.
started doing programming specific reconsideration as well, as either as part of their
I mean,
materials
really, they're
reconsideration
simple.
or-
They're basically,
Yeah.
there's certain things they're allowed, not allowed to, and then when they protest, then usually it comes to library board. The director tries to talk to them, and then if they can work it out amicably, then it's over. And if they can't, they come to the board, and the board decides what to
Yep.
do with it. So it's pretty simple.
Yes. Yeah, it's just, it gets to be, I mean, does Nina have a programming policy? I know we had one at Shaw.
Go ahead and watch.
What policy did you say?
For
Like program
programming.
challenge.
Someone objects to a
I know we
program
have like
or
the
something that's
ADA
done in a
does a
program. I
request.
guess.
Yeah,
Accommodation to go, and we've had sign language people come in so somebody could attend a programming.
Their library board has its own page?
I guess so.
Well, you can chat with them too.
Yeah, just directly the
This
library
is
board.
brand new, we just launched the
Like it.
logo and everything.
I kind
so
of would like to have, for us to have a
it should
page.
be-
Let's see if I can find it.
That should be under.
Gotta wait till
about
Ben
us.
comes back.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Did you do it
because we're gonna
for us?
also need to
Yes.
sign
Policy.
Oh, I
on that
clicked
3D
It
printer.
goes to
Soon.
SharePoint now, 'cause
Oh.
everything's on
Hopefully.
SharePoint.
Yes, I don't
So
know.
there's our
Hopefully streaming
Meeting
somewhere.
room
I hope
and
so.
internet
Are
are
separate.
huge.
Yeah, and then here's like the entire packet of library board policies,
Yeah,
I
it's
would
like a
assume.
manual this big.
Yeah, I have gone through, I have gone through this document to see.
Yeah,
They
so,
had-
I mean, just deal
Yeah,
whatever
it's
you
like
want.
all-
Unattended children.
Yeah.
You just
We
change
do
it to
have that as
Ripon
well.
Public Library?
They don't put our phone number in there
Yeah.
anymore, do they, or
So
anything?
we have, yeah, here's the smoke-free environment programming policy.
There you go.
Okay.
Look at
It's-
her.
I don't read the
Oh, that
whole
looks
thing, because
nice.
it's too much stuff.
Yeah, because, sometimes people have questions about, well, why this program and not that program? How are you paying that person, that thing? And so this just makes it really clear, like, these are why we're doing the programs we're doing, this is how they're funded, this is the intent. We won't just do anything
Well, and
at
that's
all.
library sponsored, but then there's also,
Yeah,
if
like
a,
meetings.
right, someone else
Other
came in and
groups.
did a program, and
Right.
then that could be offensive to someone else, so.
Yes. Yep, so, yes, so they do have that. Something that we also had at Shawano, we actually cheekily named it the unattended adult policy for like our children's space, because the children's area is in the basement along with all of the meeting rooms down there, which is separate from the rest of the library. And so we had a couple of incidents where adults were kind of just loitering around, hanging out around
Yeah,
unattended children. So we had an unattended adult policy where it was like, if you are like using the library space as intended, you're absolutely welcome. You can choose books, you can use the meeting rooms. However, if you're not doing any of the library stuff, you need to be upstairs,
Yeah.
is basically what that policy said. So that can also be something in the future that we may want to look at. Cool.
All right, awesome. Okay, discussion and possible approval of travel and attendance at Association of Rural and Small Libraries Conference.
I forgot this was on here. I applied to present at that conference again and I got accepted.
Yay, congratulations.
So it's going to be actually the same presentation, the CARE last presentation about how to curate your programs and staff time for your library mission that Clarelyn Summersmith and myself presented at WLA last year. So we resubmitted for the National Conference of the Association of Rural and Small Libraries, and they've accepted it. So that would be in September. It would be a week and a half before the renovation deadline.
Ooh.
So is that cost or they pay your?
No, unfortunately, it does cost. It would be travel and the actual conference fee. My words are starting.
Oh, they
to
don't even
leave me.
cover that?
Nobody does anymore. It's such a bummer.
You should come and speak, but we're gonna charge you to register for this
Yeah.
conference.
Yeah.
Well, no one has money. So you need what on that?
Yes,
Discussion
I
and
would-
possible approval,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Do you have an amount?
I don't. They haven't even sent out the speaker agreements yet. They're supposed to do that later in June.
do you
So
wanna-
nothing is really,
Do you wanna
open
wait
yet.
until we do, or how do you?
I mean, I just plan on keeping it under budget / I really just need the approval for being able to travel out of state and still counting that as work time is really like the one big thing for it.
Because you have a line item.
Yeah, there's a line item for
Oh,
it.
then we're,
And it occurs right before the
Yeah, it's like a
renovation.
week or 2 weeks before the end of it. It's the 16th through the 19th is the actual, it's just like a 3-day conference. And then the end of the project is September 30th. So
and
there's-
where are you going?
It's in Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh,
Yeah. Next year's is in Milwaukee.
oh, that's better.
So I want to send other staff to it.
That's,
Yeah.
that's good.
So are we ready to approve? Like,
Yep,
make a motion.
Yep, need a motion to approve her travel and attendance to the conference.
I would make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion is carried.
Hooray! Thank
Right.
you.
Discussion and possible action on renovation project, change orders, associated work and other items as necessary. Is there anything for that?
There's nothing for this item this time. Hooray!
All right. Okay, discussion and possible approval of renovation-related invoices. We have, looks like 3 of them.
Yes.
A library furniture international invoice for phase 2. That is $68,352.21.
So both of these invoices are the ones that we already put down half for the deposit. So
Okay.
this one is slightly different. So if you look at the first page, it says like negative 70,212 because that's what we've already deposited.
Oh,
And so you'll notice that the 68 is a little lighter than the other half, and that's because they made some mistakes on a couple of the shelving units. So they have to come back. So they're holding $1,800 until they come back and fix all of those things. However, they are billing us for the $68,352. I did also trim these 2 invoices because with these invoices, this would have been a 40-page packet. So if you want to see the entire invoice, I did email it to you, but I can also pull it up on the screen if you would like. It kind of seems nonsensical because it's just weird names of furniture.
Yeah, I don't need to see it. Is anybody else concerned?
Well, I like those weird names.
Pull up the swivel
we
chair.
can just say, I can't believe that thing costs that much. That's what we do through
Right?
the whole thing.
Ugh,
Yeah, absolutely.
$8,000 for end panels, come on. Okay,
Where's Doug?
right. Okay, anyone want to make the motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the $68,352.21 for the Library Furniture International invoice.
Do I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor? All those opposed? Okay, the motion is carried.
And then that goes through the foundation, right? That's our part. We have to pay it.
Okay, Hendrickson invoice 799159, the amount of $56,288.16.
Yes, so this one has more of the proof that it's kind of just like the the random listing of, and then, yeah, so the back would just be, so we've already disbursed $57,074.52, and so the remaining is $56,288.16.
What was this for again?
More
Oh,
shelving, or
More
what,
shelving
more
and
furniture, shelving?
credenzas.
Henriksen is almost all furniture, so this would be, so the 56,000 is just for the phase 2 and phase 3 furniture, which is all the furniture that was just installed for this. So like the cool swivel chairs, the other nice lounge chairs that are up against the windows, the patio furniture,
Oh.
all of the grommets that were drilled, all of the cord maintenance, all of that stuff. I have pictures of boxes, which is really fun. I'll
Is
show you guys
each-
later. It's all of that stuff. All of like the furniture stuff is Henriksen. LFI is all of the new shelving.
Is each evergreen lounge chair $2,700?
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm gonna go lounge in it.
I know.
And how many are we getting?
We
8.
got 8.
8, so 8 times 3,000.
21,000.
That is a banana sandwich.
But furniture's expensive, right?
That's expensive.
Yes, it is.
Because you don't buy it all the
If you
time.
get good stuff.
Right.
Look at,
Yeah.
look at her, I can't get over this, those buck staff, the tables and chairs that are being reused from
Uh-huh.
how long ago?
Yeah.
I mean, they
They-
were good quality,
Yes.
heavy duty, yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes it lasts.
Yes,
And that's why they charge you $2,700.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I worked in a school library,
Yeah.
the furniture was from the 1960s, and it's still
Yeah,
perfectly
so
usable.
we shall
and
see,
good,
but
so-
yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of.
For
Yeah.
new couples, it's good to buy old stuff, new stuff.
I move that we approve Hendrickson invoice for, I'm sorry, where is it? 56,288.16.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion is carried. And then
That's
the
the third one.
It's not a third one, it was my mistake. Because I saw C, so I assumed it was a third invoice, but it really is a disbursement of funds from the OACF renovation
Yes.
fund to reimburse the city for paying those 2 invoices,
Ah.
with the total of $124,640.37.
You looking for a motion on that?
I am looking for a motion on that.
I will move.
I couldn't, I know, I didn't want to repeat that either. I'll second that one.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion is carried. All right. Agenda items for future library board meetings. I know you wanted to discuss the subcommittee, so we can talk about that.
So at your July meeting, which we did not do last year because it was my very first meeting, was
very
your
first
annual
meeting,
meeting.
yeah.
So yeah, so it'll be my 1-year anniversary
Yay.
next
Oh, wow.
time.
Yeah,
Crazy.
July 7th, isn't that crazy?
Ah, that's nuts.
You've done so much this
Oh my
year.
God.
Oh my goodness.
It's been a year.
It has been a year.
It has
Seems
been
like
a
2
year.
years to me.
Yeah, it's been a
And
lot.
I've been gone.
So subcommittees that will be volunteered assigned. Next time will be the financial/budget committee, the director evaluation committee, and then we should also get a strategic plan committee. The board voted to extend the current strategic plan an extra year. But that means next year we have to do it unless we continue to extend. And then possibly a policy related subcommittee.
Okay.
So we can think about this for a month.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I just wanted to let you know now so that next time it's not.
So is director evaluation that, I think we called it personnel, and we talked about like changes to the personnel policy too. Is that, we just don't need that or whatever?
Yeah, generally, right now, unless you would like to, otherwise, yeah, you don't have to. It's only if you want to redo like the library specific like handbook, that's an addendum of the
Because you've
city policy.
accepted the cities
Mhm.
otherwise.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that has already been accepted, so unless there's any large changes, which there haven't been, because you guys are in charge of that. But then, yeah, so the library director evaluation is just my annual eval. So I fill out a very long document and give you a stack of papers. And then we awkwardly go into closed session and discuss my performance.
But there's a subcommittee that
Yeah.
meets with
Begins
you.
that process,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
Were
the
you-
actual evaluation doesn't happen until September.
Because I think we did this last year. We gave you
Yeah.
that short. Were you part of the discussions like when we met?
No.
I didn't think so, but I couldn't remember,
No.
and I was like,
Which is
Okay.
also fine. It was like, so what was it? It was at the August meeting. At the August meeting, we scrambled to get the subcommittees done because my evaluation needed to be submitted by the next board meeting. So it was a speed run of, I think, I received the evaluation materials, I sent them to you, and then you guys met separately.
Yeah.
And then I was just there to like briefly take minutes of the attendance, and then I sat out in the hall.
Right.
And then when it was completed, I took minutes to made it adjourned, and then we moved forward with that.
Because it had to be a 90-day one? Why would we do it in
No.
September? Why did it
Because
have
that's
that
when
deadline?
that's when the city does their annual evals. It's September to September is how that
Silly.
works.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but now we've agreed to abide by their timeline on
Yes.
that too.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, because it's like it's a whole thing.
So how long have you been vice
Was
president?
Mary still there? Yeah. No,
Since for a whole month.
No, a day. Was Mary still around then? Or were
No.
you doing this all?
I did this because I think Doug was part of it too.
Mary was gone
Mary
then?
was gone by then. I think she gave her resignation in June.
Really?
It was my
Right.
second meeting. It was like
Okay, so it had to
was
be
a special
August then.
meeting to talk
August.
about the painting
Yes,
specifically.
okay.
Oh,
So it was
that's
like July 19th or something.
Okay.
See, if we tried to
Wasn't that
just
my
put
first
that out of our
meeting?
head.
Yes,
Because I
we certainly
remember-
Yes, it
did.
was.
That
Gotta
was-
give your review when you
Yeah.
just started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a glowing review, I'll say.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you didn't have any time to mess anything up.
It was perfect.
You- yes. And
Perfect
you've
attendance for
made
2
it
months.
more than 5 months, so already things are looking up.
So does the vice president have something
No.
from your office to tell
No.
us?
And except that Lisa can never be gone on the second Tuesday. That's rule.
Fortunately, I don't have any, this is the highlight of my
Yeah,
life
we
right
can write it
now,
in.
so.
Put it in the bylaws.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be teaching tennis or?
No, no, certainly.
Or going to
I can teach
conference?
you how not to play tennis, that I'm really good at. All right, anybody else have anything for the good of the cause?
Did you get that mural painted? Can we go look at that?
It's beginning.
Okay, nice.
We have a
Sorry.
mock-up, and then I just paid like a retainer invoice for her to get started.
It's
Yeah,
about
so that's
4,000,
coming- it's coming
4,000.
down. Yeah, it'll be under 4,000.
What about the
Yeah, it's
painting,
gonna be like
that-
3,400 or something like that. I
the
think.
painting that Doug wanted us to preserve? Remember that he found in the closet?
Mhm.
What's the status with that?
It's sitting in a closet.
Still.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is, but nothing has happened with it as of
We
yet.
will deal with that at a later date.
Yeah.
That is way in the future.
You have to have a motion to adjourn?
I have a motion to
I
adjourn.
will move that we adjourn.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, all those opposed? Motion is carried.